Welcome back to Financial Freedom with Jewel. Today we're going to talk about something that we've all heard it before, but we're not instituting it. There's a way to financial freedom, but it takes making calculated steps to make it happen. But I'm going to need you to give me one moment. I'll be right back.
You know I'm a stranger,
I'm back. You guys know me and my saying, if you don't tell your money where to go, yep, you're going to wonder where it went. Today we're going to talk about something that is so basic that people seem to miss it. I've learned that no matter who you are, what you do, it's always important to have a budget. You guys, a budget keeps you on track. It's almost like this. When you cross the street, you don't want to run out into the street. You want to be where you want to have boundaries saying you can go here, but don't go there. A budget is the same. People I'm working with, I'm noticing that whenever they get off track is because they're not following the budget. Now, budgets don't have to be restrictive, but they need to have guidelines in place. And I always tell you, put fun money in there. Fun money are things that you enjoy doing, even if it's going to get an ice cream. You want to put that in there only because if you feel like you're working on something, you don't see a return on it, you're probably going to give up just like a diet. But with this, look at my budget here. Budgets are, remember, your income. All the money you bring in after taxes, or maybe you do side hustles. Expenses. Expenses are what you have to allocate going out, paying your bills, paying your credit cards, paying your insurance, paying your mortgage, paying your rent, things like that. Cash flow, you guys. Cash flow is king when we deal with velocity banking. This is your strategy to get you out of debt and to get you moving off of the loans and the long amortization schedules and to paying off your debt in record time. People say, well, velocity banking seems like it's hard. It's not hard to do. It's how you look at your money. Remember, money is a tool. You have to make it work for you. If you're not carefully allocating your money, you're going to wonder where it went. So with a budget, it puts you right in alignment. You know, these are my income. This is my expenses. This is my cash flow. This is what I have left over. We want to work with that. As I said before, let's allocate something where you can actually see yourself coming out of debt, but you're also allocating some things, fun money, things you like to do. Now, I will say this. If you have a real desire to come out of debt, you have to stick to the budget. You have to stay on task. You have to be calculated in your expenses and when you're spending. I'm going to suggest this. Maybe some of you, when you see money coming through, you're thinking, oh, I got money on my account. Allocate that money. By that, I mean, if you know that you're going to have a tendency to go in there and try to spend more than what you need to spend, get cash out of the bank, put it in an envelope. If it's in an envelope, guess what? You cannot go past that. When that is gone for maybe you're paid semi-monthly, you're paid every other week. When that money, that fund money is gone, don't just say, well, I can go back into my account. I can go, don't do it. Treat it as if it's like a debit card. If you don't have any money in the envelope, you don't spend anything. That's going to help you guys. I see people that are doing great. They're taking up serious ground. They're paying their debt off. All of a sudden they get stopped again. I'm like, what happened? They are overspending. They're taking out more than what they allocated for. Then they have to go ahead and rob Peter to pay Paul or figure out how to put money back and say, well, you know, if I decide not to pay my electric bill, I'll pay it next month. But you're paying late fees. Or I won't pay my credit card this month. I'll pay it next month. Your credit score is going down, and you're going to pay inflated fees because you're late, number one. Number two is the more that you owe on that credit card, the more interest they're going to take. That is money going directly to the bank. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to suggest if you have a tendency to overspend, put it in an envelope. When the envelope is all gone, you have no more spending. Also, when you look at your bills, don't look at it as like, oh my gosh, I'm climbing this high mountain. I'm never gonna get out of debt. No, that plan is getting you out of debt. That cash flow, that money left over at the end of every single month after you've allocated your fund money, that is your ticket out of debt. You guys, listen, I understand, I get it. I had to make myself get disciplined. I had to make myself pay off my bills. I had to say, I'm tired of being here. I want to go there. Therefore, you guys, I just tightened up my belt. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I still enjoyed travel. I still enjoyed having fun and doing things, but I understood there was a limit to that. And some folks say, well, I think when I go, I need to go ahead and splurge. Don't splurge. You're going to mess up doing that. The goal is a vacation. If you get on vacation, do you have to go to the most expensive restaurants? You're already on vacation. You've got that. Maybe it's going to a lower budget hotel, a lower budget breakfast place or dinner place. It's making really smart, calculated decisions because, you know, you guys, it won't always be like this. This is only temporary to get to your permanent status. If you treat this as if to say, I'm never going to get anywhere, I'm never going to be able to have a good time, you're going to really rob yourself for the long-term goals. The long-term goal is you're out of debt. You're not paying on a car for 7 years as the banker wants you to. You're not paying a mortgage for 30 years as a banker wanted you to. Now, I get it with mortgages. Most folks don't stay in their houses past maybe 5 to 7 years. But while you're in that house, while you're in there, use Velocity Banking to run down the principal. So let's say if you had a house, let's say if you spent $300,000 for a house. Instead of you saying, well, in 5 to 7 years, I'm out of it, and you're giving all the extra money to the banks in interest, with your positive cash flow, you guys, you're able to contribute that towards your principal. When you go to sell your house, instead of you pocketing $50,000, you may pocket $115,000 because you're using your positive cash flow to run down your debt. I'm going to tell you, look at this video right here. It tells you exactly how to pay off your mortgage in record time. I tell people, listen, rinse and repeat. This works for one thing, it works for everything. The same thing works off of credit card debt. You can pay it off, but using your positive cash flow. People say, well, that doesn't make any sense. No, it makes a whole lot of sense. If you look at that cash flow, not so much as I got extra money hanging on. No, that cash flow is my leverage to pay off my debt and to pay it off quicker. That way I'm completely out of debt. So, long story made short, budgets are not a bad thing. Budgets are good things. Budgets put boundaries in place to help you be successful down the line. Like they say, live like nobody's business so you can actually live like nobody's business. You guys, it's only temporary. It's not permanent. It's not forever. But when you keep making those mistakes about not paying your bills on time, not running your credit card debt down, paying it completely off, you're putting yourself in a cycle that's going to repeat itself over and over and over again. Typically with cycles, they're hard to break, but if you're determined, you can break the cycles. So once again, I'm going to tell you, let's get on a budget. Let's stick to the budget. The budget is only in place to get you to where you want to go, to get you out of debt, to make sure that you live a life that you desire. Stress-free, you guys. Money keeps you up at night thinking about, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay that? It's going to start when you pulling the reins in, being disciplined and saying, enough is enough. I am tired. Like I said, if you have a problem with having money in your account and you think, well, I got money I can spend, take out your fund money, allot that, put that in an envelope. When that fund money is gone, you guys don't go back in there. That money that's in that bank, that money is strategically being targeted to pay off bills, to get you out of debt. So I'm your financial freedom friend. I'm here until you win. I want you to win by getting out of debt. That way you can live a life that you never imagined. I'm not saying you have to go ahead and buy $1 million home, but if you have a home that's a $200,000 home and is paid for, you guys, you are successful. If you have a car that you planned on having it for 5 years or 6 years with the bank, but you've learned a strategy where, guess what, that car is now paid off 2 years. Sometimes my videos, 14 months, 15 months, based on your income. That's what we call true financial freedom. It's not sitting up at night. It's not being stressed out. It's paying your bills, allocating your bills. If it means taking up a second job to make it happen, you guys, it's only temporary. It's not permanent. But permanency is that you're debt-free, you're stress-free, and you're living a wonderful life. Okay? Until the next video, I'm your financial freedom friend. I'm here until you win. Bye-bye.